Are you ready to become a cheetah? I feel very excited to start this podcast today. All right. The 471 of the best podcast of personal development out there. If not, give it a try. If this is the first time that you are hearing or seeing this podcast, boy, give it a try. Um, just let me confirm something real quick before continuing that I don't want to be transmitting live to my YouTube, and it's I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all right, I'm good. So why I'm very excited? Well, this is the thing. I have been wanting to I have been wanting to do a spiritual animals kind of mini series here in my podcast for a while now. And it's very beautiful when you see an idea becoming a fruition. And today I am externalizing an idea to fruition, right? And that's always very exciting and very powerful to be able to manifest and materialize. And I just want to share that love, that vibe with you. Okay. My name is Dr. Derek Israel, clinical psychologist, entrepreneur, creator, philosopher. Some of people say that I am. Um, and this is a podcast about personal development, psychological, spiritual, business development. But we are in a stage in our podcast. It's a bilingual Spanish English. Uh, we are in a stage in which we need this animal wisdom. We need the spiritual, archetypal power that shamanic, totem, wise, symbolic, pattern like animals can have in our life. You see, and I already have a podcast about an introduction to spiritual animals. It's on Spanish only. So if you understand Spanish, you just need to look for animales espirituales en mi canal de YouTube, Spiritual Animals on Spanish on my YouTube, right? And there I have a very good introduction for the whole infrastructure of this paradigm of spiritual animals. And yeah, although things are spiritual, they are still paradigms. All right. So let not use that word against science without using it also against our own concepts in spiritual community. So that is something that we need to take seriously and a lot into consideration because we don't want to try to debunk systems with tools that can backfire us. So this is the first time after that introduction that I am gonna do a spirit animal. Um, so something that I plan to say in every episode about this, like a mini introduction, is that spiritual animals you can have one spiritual animal very powerful in your life, and you can have also different animals that come to your life, not necessarily your physical life. It may be in your dreams, it may be in your fantasies, it may be in your art, in your visions, in meditation, right, in your psychedelic state of consciousness, for example. Also in every altered state of consciousness, they can come and visit you, right? Visit you, but you are creating the whole stuff. Um, and different animals in different stages can become your guides. You know, you can interchange animals and you can become like more integrated. But obviously, you will not feel, if you are gonna watch this series, you will not feel that every animal is your spirit animal. So you may only see those episodes that you really like, right? That may be your rationale. You may be thinking this way, but I encourage you to not think this way. I encourage you to understand you are all animals. This is the spiritual spoiler. And I kind of, hey, if you are really spiritual, if you have been really doing this work and reading about spiritualism, shamanism, and stuff like that, um, you already know this, but it is hard to identify yourself with uh, how do you call that animal? Oh man, la cucaracha. Cucaracha in English. The cockroach. The cockroach, right? It is hard to identify yourself with the cockroach, although you are one. Quote of Derek Israel: "You are a cockroach." All right. So what I mean by that is that we are all in a united state of consciousness, in a psychoid dimension, as Carl Jung used to say. And so we are all of them. So by studying each one of them, I kind of, this is my hypothesis behind it. By studying all of them, right? It is impossible to study all, but with the best of my effort, maybe we can learn very deep spiritual wisdom of the world. If we let our animals to be our teachers. And that is the whole ordeal, the whole structure, the whole vision of these spiritual animals miniseries, that it will come and go. It's not something that I will do every day. It is something that I will do like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. That is my plan. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, we're gonna be covering a lot of animals. So the cheetah, it is the one that we're gonna be covering today. Um, and I'm gonna cover it after this introduction, because I said, I'm gonna skip the introduction today, but let's see it. Because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are pretty new in the podcast, because a lot of people are going to discover this podcast just for this episode, because you look for the cheetah and I appear. Ta-da! So, okay. So, welcome to the Mastermind Podcast officially, and then we start. And welcome to the Mastermind Podcast Challenge Season 2 with your host, Dr. Derek Israel. And today, my friend, you are not going, you are going to fuse your spirit with the cheetah, one of the most powerful animals that you can encounter in your journey, in your spiritual journey. And this is not live. So if you are seeing this live, like transmitting live, it is not live. I am not recording this at this moment. Well, I am recording this at this moment, but when this is gonna be transmitting, it's not gonna be live. Just letting you know, guys, the ones that are doing the challenge, I am traveling today, so this is a pre-recorded video. So right now, let's go writing. So, dude, let's start. If you are listening this as an audio, you will miss this image. But if you are in you know YouTube or Spotify, in which you can see my screen, you will benefit a little bit. I just want you to show you a little bit of the morphology, a little bit of the physiology of the beast that we are referring today. This is the cheetah, my friend. And sometimes animals, yeah, they teach us from different angles. But one of the angles that they really can teach us things are in the angle of their physical morphology. Just by looking into the animal physical structure, we can literally understand truths about existence and the universe just for the structure of an animal body. And I want you to look this cheetah. And if you are listening in an audio, I want you to pause this audio and go Google a cheetah and just look a couple of photos. And I want you to impregnate your mind with the visual power, just the visual representation of the cheetah. And I think that I will be doing this in every episode. It's not that the cheetah have something special. It's just that I want you to be present in her image, just to be with suggestion, uh, with openness to receive effective communication and information related to connecting with the spirit. And remember, when we are talking about spiritual animals, we are not talking about animals in matter, like in physical matter, although they have a material representation, obviously, right? But we are discussing the whole universe of this thing that we call a cheetah. And that whole universe, it has spiritual dimensions, psychological dimensions, mythological dimensions, sociological dimensions, right? And specifically, we are referring in these episodes to studying the esoteric part of an animal. So, by looking his structure in the body, you can understand how they function in how they work, how they function in society, in structure, in physical world, in the physical world, in their own society, in their own leadership roles, in their own ways. Remember, every animal, dude, is so amazing that they have survived until this era. All the animals that are basically with us yet, although they are facing every time like a crazy uh, danger of extinction, every animal is a hero to be alive today. So I just want to appreciate that. And I'm just showing you images about the cheetah. It's a powerful um how do I call this category? It's, yeah, it's like a cat fat, like a cat like animal. All right, so enough of the images for now, and let's go writing what is the most important aspect of a cheetah if this is an animal that you are working with to develop the characteristics and the traits of the cheetah. I think it's kind of obvious. In the physical representation of the cheetah, what is the most important attribute or trait that these animals have? And it's, yeah, the velocity, the speed. Definitely, right? Because that is the thing that separates the cheetah from the other cats, like kind of feline. I don't know exactly how to say that word. Let me look. I am looking for a specific word that I want to be able to say because feline, yeah, cat-like is a synonym, but feline is the perfect category for this kind of animals. And the cheetah is not the most stronger of these felines, like for example, lions and puma and tigers, stuff like that. So it doesn't have that specific stable evolutionary strategy of being the strongest. But for some intelligent reason, and when I mean intelligent, I mean infinitely intelligent reason, the cheetah decided evolutionarily to become faster. She didn't bet in strength. She bet she bet on velocity. And this is the most sublime aspect of this conversation. The the spiritual elements that you see manifested in how these animals behave in the world that you can apply to your life. And look what the cheetah did. She became the faster. She can in material world, she can run almost like 80 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. It's crazy, huh? Yeah, look for information about the cheetah and study their conduct very deeply. You will understand a lot, not only by studying the esoteric part of the cheetah, like totems, like magic, like spiritual animals, like shamanism, or direct experiences, meditating, invocating cheetah spirits, stuff like that. But also, you will benefit a lot of just for studying cheetah in nature, cheetah in material world aspect, right? And their behaviors. So that will give you a lot of essential information as well. But they can achieve this. They can achieve this velocity 80 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, and that makes them one of the deadliest animals in the world because they go so fast into their goals that they conquer just for that. That is the independent variable. That is the causal variable, you see. But they only achieve this by one, and I will say, imperative strategy. That if they don't do this strategy, their velocity will not work. Do you know what is this strategy, my friend? Because this is it. This is the thing that you should apply in your life. Remember, velocity that will bring momentum will come if you are connecting with the energy of the cheetah. But for that to happen, you need to have something in place before that. And this is the essential, we can say, causal factor for all of the rest, for all the potency that you can demonstrate and express when you are fused with spirit of cheetah, right? And I say cheetah, yeah, very Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican, so the cheetah, right? And this essential factor that you need to have to be able to reach such a velocity, such a speed, such a drive and direction to conquer your dreams is patience. The cheetah is the most faster animal in the world because it's the most patient animal in the world. And I just want that to sink in your gut. Just breathe this truth. Because this is your life. This is not about the cheetah. The cheetah is just a tool. It's just a technology, spiritual technology, like everything else, like the Bible, like the crucifix, like Islam as a religion, as anything. It's a tool. So let that truth sink in. The cheetah is the quickest animal in the world because they are the most patient. Because when you are doing something with the impetus that the cheetah do, the pursuit of their prey, and you can substitute the word prey for goal, you know, that impetus, that power, that enthusiasm, you have a price. It doesn't come from nothing. And the price is that the cheetah needs all his energy. He needs the conservation of energy to be in place for be able to attack in that powerful, penetrating way. So she knows that she needs the energy in the first place. It needs to be latent. It needs to be on potential, ready to be acted. I was thinking in a word, specific word, but I don't say how to say it. I don't know how to say that word in English. But it's when a neuron get depolarized. That is the word. Depolarized. That is when a neuron basically shoots itself to connect with another neuron to make a neural connection. The neuron needs to be polarized to be depolarized. If it is hyperpolarized, you cannot shoot again that same neuron. It doesn't have the chemistry quite well, the perfect chemistry. to be able to shoot again. And every time that a neuron shoots, what is going on there? Well, it's just an electrical and chemical communication to do some dynamism in your life, a thought, an emotion, right? Like a movement, a decision, everything needs neural electrical chemical connections. And all the neurons cannot be working at the same time because they become close in this cycle of depolarization, polarization, and hyperpolarization. And the cheetah must be polarized, aka ready to shoot. It's like a gun that is ready to shoot for when the moment comes. And she can attack. So she's very good discerning timing and discerning also objectives. The cheetah is known for evaluating which of the prey, the how do you call this? The gazelles, which of the gazelles she will prey based on which of them is pregnant, so she cannot run too much, ill, so she will not have so much energy to fight back, or hurt, injured. So the cheetah not only prey random, she doesn't prey random. She prey strategically. She go for the weakest prey because it will be the easiest, and she will be able to save internal resources that she will need in a, for running again. You need to understand these type of animals, cheetahs, they avoid confrontation with other felines, like lions, for example. So they depend on being quick to survive. So this animal is calling you for velocity in your life. But not an erratic velocity, instead a very well canalized, determined with direction kind of velocity. The cheetah knows that also she cannot sustain that run for too much time. She can run almost like a racing car. There's a lot of videos in YouTube like cheetah competing against a car and stuff like that, and they are similar, but not for a long time. So if a couple of miles goes by and the cheetah haven't caught the prey, she stop. She doesn't waste all the energy in that because she's patient. And that is the second characteristic that I think that is essential. First one is the capacity to explode with velocity because you are ready to do it. You are polarized. You are triggered. That is the first aspect of the cheetah that I want you to implement in your life right now. The second aspect is the patience of the cheetah. Sometimes goes a couple of days that the cheetah do not prey. Sorry, that do not hunt. And the cheetah have children, you know. So she needs to hunt. One of those days she needs to do it, but she needs to understand and act perfectly. She cannot waste. She's giving most of her soul to one run. It's like, for example, you only have one bullet every day. How do you use that bullet? If you need to hunt, you have a family, How do you use your only bullet? Let's, for example, if you're a writer and you have only one notebook, only one for life, for every day, right? One paper every day. How well do you use that paper? If you're a singer and you have only one shot at the studio every day, only one shot, only one, you cannot remake it. You need to do it all every day, but only one. How you will do that shot? You know, that is the question that the cheetah wants you to ask. You need to give it all. If you are a cheetah, you need to. It's not an option. It's just your body and your mind and your spirit are integrated and alienated like that. That is your singularity. That is your obligation. It is your karma, right? So, very specific exercises to connect more with this cheetah energy in your life. One, become strategic in all that you do, every decision, every act, everything, every word. Just apply patience. I know it's difficult, but remember, you can meditate on the cheetah and she will help you. That is part of being a shaman, asking for those spirits to help you. And spirits are just pattern of your consciousness. It's not like something crazy. It's just patterns of consciousness. That is all, you know. The second thing is that you need to become patient. You need to cultivate this in your life. And you already knew it. Because I don't care who you are, you need to be more patient. That is something that we never master entirely. It's an infinite area of growth. So we can become more patient every day. And we should, because that brings joy and that brings gratefulness. And in the end of the day, wow, man, gratefulness is the ultimate emotion. It's the most, it is the way that God expresses itself. Everything it is made of gratefulness. So become more patient. The third step to connecting to this energy is that you need to be ready all days. If not, you don't eat, boy. You don't eat. Girl, that's as simple as that. How are you ready every day? Well, you can you're the only one that can answer that question for yourself. You know what is for you to be ready. For me, I wake up at 3 a.m. I do a cold shower. I do my praying. I start recording my podcast. I am setting myself to win today. I'm getting ready. I feel ready for today because it start early for me. It started in the right track. I am doing exactly what I am supposed to be doing in this exact point of time. Why I will be thinking that will go wrong? That doesn't mean that I don't expect the unexpected. I expect the unexpected, but I'm getting ready to success. I'm ready to shoot. Every time, if some opportunity comes today, for example, today I have an interview that I will be interviewing a very interesting young woman um, about sonic technology to hit for healing. You can search for that in my YouTube channel. Will be in Spanish though, so it will be Tecnología Sónica para Sanación, and I'm very excited about it. Super excited. Ready to be like the cheetah and with velocity, bam, attack the opportunity. And once you was patient enough and ready enough to attack, the last tip, practical tip that I want you to take home is that you need to attack all in with all the might of your soul, all the might of your spirit. You need to go all in from 0 to 80 miles per hour in 3 seconds, whatever that looks like in your own life. That is the law of the cheetah. And if this animal, do you consider it is one of your totems or animals, guides, or if you want to make it one after you saw this episode and you want to start working with it to know this animal, dude, you will do miracles to your life. Because this animal is amazing. I first met this animal by studying. I have another mini series here in the Mastermind podcast that is called Downloading the Mind, in which I download the mind of the people that I consider most influential in human history. So check that out. Maybe you will find some things that you will really like. It's in the description below, the link for downloading the mind. And so one of the minds that I have downloaded already is Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon. And Jeff Bezos, he used to study a lot the cheetah. And he used a lot of the philosophy of the cheetah of selecting the weakest prey to hunt. He used it from the cheetah. And what I noticed by downloading his mind is that definitely one of his spiritual animals in his own journey, it is the cheetah. And I then became very interested in studying the cheetah, and I studied a lot. I meditated a lot this animal in my life, but I don't consider it was like a very substantial part of my own totem catalog. But I decided to do it first with this animal because I find it so fascinating, But I will continue with a lot of episodes of different animals. They are so fascinating that this is just the beginning. So follow this channel or station for more. If you want more information about spiritual animals, definitely go and check this podcast out. You will find this and more. Share this episode with a friend or in your social media, please, please, please. And please go and check my new event that I am promoting now that is called Grow Your Business with TikTok. If you want to use TikTok to drive sales like a machine, like Facebook used to do in 2016 and Instagram used to do in 2018, well, now is the moment for TikTok. And I am teaching businesses or people that have a personal brand or any type of commercial structure built on social media and digital spheres. I am teaching businesses and those type of individuals to grow with TikTok. because personally I have been growing my business with TikTok for the last year almost now, and it's crazy how much growth we can acquire with the newest platform in town. Like, this is the present and future of social media, and the things that I will be discussing in this exclusive and private event will help you to become like the cheetah and be very quick to add all in the new thing that will revolutionize businesses in the next few years. So if you want to stay ahead of trends, go to the link that is below and you will check the event in the description. Thank you for everything, and be cheetah.